Oh, you okay? Now you have. Let's see. Little red. I seen it.
Official Ray Roar Championship.
Okay, and we're back live here in Kansas City at the Show Me National Qualifier. It's bright and early, 7:53 in the morning. Our first game starts at 8. If you're at home and watching, thank you for joining us and cheering on our Oklahoma 16 American Charge team. We're the pregame warm-up right now before our match starts. It's the first match of the gold bracket pool play, or the gold bracket play. I almost got hit by a volleyball. Oh, sorry. This is single elimination. We are hoping to go to number one. We need all the cheers and fan support from home to make it. We will be playing against Sunshine 16 West Side. They will be in the far field. And we're getting ready to touch hands and get this match officially going. Again, bright and early in Kansas City for the Show Me National Qualifier Tournament. And this is the first game of gold bracket play. Charge won all their games yesterday. There's the whistle from the officials to touch hands, and that will officially start the match. The officials will now verify the rosters, and after the rosters are verified, we will start with the first serve of the first set. Both teams showing out on the score. I do believe we serve first. I'm not 100% sure, but the way we're set up, it looks like it. Yep, we serve first. So coming up first to the line is going to be number 10, Lily Wilcox. She'll be serving it up first to your Charge 16 American team as we get ready to get started. And they are getting ready quickly. There's a risk from the up breath. And number 10 putting it into play. Sunshine gets underneath it. We knock it back down, but they're able to keep it off the floor. We'll go for the attack cross court charge. Struggles a little bit, unable to get that. And Sunshine picks up the first point of this match. Score is now 0-1. Charge trailing by 1 point as we step up to serve receive, and the other team steps up to the line to serve it up. And there's the serve from Sunshine. We pop it up in the back to the center, get it to the middle, and a hit over the net. Puts it back in Sunshine territory. Sunshine cannot get it over the net. Charge picks up the point as they hit it into the net. As Sunshine hits it into the net. Substitution on the court. Number 3 going in, number 3 going out. Number 8 coming in. That's Kale Valdez serving it up for your Charge 16 American team. As we're all tied up now in the first set of the gold bracket. 1-1. They get it up, put it over the net quickly. They try to get it back over to our side. We hit it back to theirs. Back and forth real fast. Gets over the attack from there. The barrel pops it up high to the center. Center to the outside. The attack puts it back in Sunshine territory. Sunshine sets up the attack from their right, their outside. Charge keeps it up in the backcourt. Goes to the outside of our own. Once again for another attack. The backcourt of Sunshine keeps it alive and puts it back over the net. Libero to the center. Center dumps it quickly and picks up the point for your Charge team. That's number 10, Lily Wilcox with the kill that put a point on the board. Scores now 2-1. Number 8, Kale Valdez up to the line to serve once again for your Charge 16 American team. There's the serve. Over the net it goes. And Sunshine goes to the attack. Charge. Oh no, off the block, and it finds the floor in fair territory in the backcourt where it's unprotected. Now all tied back up. 2-2. Charge will set back up to serve receive as Sunshine 16 West Side comes up the line to serve it up. And there's the serve from Sunshine. Charge underneath it. Libero to the center. Center to the middle. The attack puts it over, and it touches the hand. It didn't, no, it touched the hand. I seen it touch the hand. Okay, well, they called it for Sunshine. So no touch call. Scores now 2-3. Charge sets up the serve receive. They put it back over the net. We set up to the right side. The attack, they block it back to our side. We go to the outside now with the set. They block it back, and it finds the floor in Charge territory. Charge will step back up to serve receive. Sunshine picks up the point right there. Will come back up to the line. Scores now 2-4. Charge trails by 2. Sunshine comes back up to serve. There's the serve. Oh no, Charge cannot get underneath it. And Sunshine puts the point to the board with the ace. Scores now 2-5. Charge trailing by 3 as we set back up to serve receive. Hoping to pick up a point right here and regain control. Still early on this first set. Sunshine prepares to serve it up once again. And there's the serve. We let it go long and it falls out of bounds. Charge picks up the point right there on the service error by Sunshine. Scores now 3-5, and Charge will step back up to the line to serve it up. What? That wasn't in. Okay, well, we changed that score since the line just changed it. I don't know who paid off it. Anyway, Sunshine back up to the line to serve it up. Scores 2-6. Down by 4 now. Sunshine puts the serve into the net. Thank you. Charge will pick up the point right there. We'll use it. Scores now 3-6. As number 5, Charlotte Richard comes to the line to serve it up. Before comes out in the front row, and number 1 comes in. And number 5, Charlotte Richard under the line to serve it up as we trail by 3 in this first set. Nice serve. Ace finding the floor in the backcourt. Charge once again coming up to the line to serve it up. Number 5, Charlotte Richards with an ace right there. Scores now 4-6. Charge trailing by just 2 points. There's the serve, putting it over the net. Sunshine sets it to their right side. The attack puts it over into Charge territory. Charge unable to dig it off the net. And Sunshine picks up the point and regains the serve. Scores 4-7. Charge trailing by 3 as we set back up the serve receive. Number 4 coming into the back row. Number 5 subs out. And here's the serve for Sunshine. Charge middle of the court picks it up. Sets it over to the middle. Sunshine picks it up on their side of the court and goes to the attack. And the attack is successful. Charge unable to get underneath it once again. Sunshine puts another point on the board, and Charge now trails by 4 once again. Setting up the serve receive. Charge able to get underneath the libero to the setter. Setter to the right side. The attack finds its way down the line, picking up that point with the kill was number 7, Braylon Smith right there with the set with number 10. Number 9, subbing in for number 7 going out now. And number 9, Bethany Whiting will come to the line to serve it up for your Charge 16 American team as we trail by 3 points. And here's the serve. There's the serve, right? Sunshine able to get it up and put it over the net. They actually put it too close to the net. And number 1 jumped up and knocked it down. That's Sam Chaplin with the kill right there. That puts another point on the board. And number 9 back up to the line. Score 6-8. Charge trailing by just 2 now with number 9 prepares to serve it up. There's the attack from the other team. Falls super long and out of bounds. Charge puts another point on the board, bringing us to just 1 point of the other team. Score 7-8. Charge. Number 9 back up at the line to serve it up once again. There's the serve. Oh no, unsuccessful. Sunshine picks the point on the service error by Charge as come back up the line. As Charge steps back up to serve receive. Score 7-9. Charge trails by 2 once again as we set up to serve receive. Sunshine at the line preparing to serve. There's the serve over the net. Charge. Oh, unable to get underneath it. Sunshine picking up the point right there. It goes off the hand of Charge and out of bounds. Score 7-10. Charge now trailing by 3 once again as we step back up to serve receive, and Sunshine steps back to the line. There's the serve. Charge underneath it, bumping it high, unable to dig it off and get it back into fair play. Sunshine puts another point on the board and come back up to the line once again. Score 7-11. Charge trails by 4 points once again as we set back up to serve receive. And there's the serve from Sunshine. Over the net. Charge unable to get control of it. Sunshine with another point right there on the board. Charge now trailing by 5 as they step back to serve receive. And here comes the serve from Sunshine. They put it over the net. Charge pops it up high this time. Libero goes over to the outside. The outside bumps it over into Sunshine territory. Sunshine sets up, goes to their right side. The attack finds its way past the block and to the floor. Sunshine unable to get underneath it as the timeout is called by Oklahoma Charge on the court. Charge now trailing by 6 points to step back up to serve receive. We go into timeout. After the timeout concludes, we'll go back into serve receive, and Sunshine will step back up the line to serve it up. Again, this is our first match of Gold Bracket for today. We got the Show Me National Qualifiers final day. Both teams coming back over the court. Charge set up to serve receive. Sunshine with the serve over the net. I think we lost that one. It didn't bounce back down. Charge unable to get underneath that serve, and now they Sunshine leads by 7. Yeah, it's not going to go. So that was a technical timeout on the court because we got to find another volleyball apparently because the volleyball we were using, the tournament one, has got stuck on. Score 7-14 as we wait. Huh? Oh, it looks like we may have another game ball as Sunshine stepping back into the line. Both teams ready to get back into this match. We trail by 7. Getting Sunshine up at the line as we trail by 7. They put it over the net. Charge gets to the setter to the outside. The tip over the net, puts it back into Sunshine territory. Sunshine once again going for the attack. They go something out in the back open. Number 6 coming in as well. So Charge sets up the serve receive as Sunshine 16 West Side comes up the line. There's the serve. The libero bumps it up high. Charge unable to get underneath it, and now we trail by 10 points. Score is now 8-18, and Charge sets back up once again to get the serve receive. There's the serve. We get underneath it. Bumps that over to the outside. The attack puts it over the net. Charge number 3 with the kill. That puts the point on the board right there with an assist from number 10. Scores now 9-18. Charge trailing by 9 as he once again come back to the line to serve it up. Number 4 coming up. That's Addison Mann as number 5 comes into the front row. And there's the serve. Putting it over into Sunshine territory. Sunshine goes for the attack. Cross court. Charge keeps it alive. Bumps it out of bounds. And Sunshine once again leads by 10 as Charge sets up the serve receive. Charge with the timeout on the court. Both teams go to their huddles. After the timeout concludes, Charge will come back out and set up to service receive as we trail by 10 points. In this first set of our first game of gold bracket play, and both teams coming back out on the court now. Charge hoping to pick up a point right here, regain control, and come back. Scores now 9-19. Charge trails by 10 as Sunshine steps back up to the line. There's the serve. Backfoot pops it up high to the center. Center goes to the right side. The attack puts it over the net. Sunshine right there to receive it. Goes for their own attack from the outside. The backfoot libero pops it up high, and it gets out of control. They're unable to get it back over the net. Sunshine now puts up another point. Comes back to the line, leading by 11 now. And Charge will step back up the service receive. There's the serve. We're going to need to go for the center dump this time. Number 10 picking up a point as she knocks it over the net. Scores now 10-20. Charge trails by 10 as number 10 comes to the line. Number 9 comes out for number 7 in the front row coming in. Now that is Lily Wilcox coming to the line as we trail by 10 to serve it up. There's a good serve. Sunshine underneath it. Sets over to their outside. The attack makes it over the arm backcourt. We go to the outside, hit it back over the Sunshine's territory. They get it to this center. Go to their right side. The attack blocked at the net. Sunshine unable to recover as number 3, Maddie Factor, puts a block that picks up a point for your Charge 16 American teams. Score is now 11-20. Charge once again trailing by 9. That's number 10 back up to the line to serve it up. Miss Lily Wilcox putting it into service right there. Sunshine gets underneath it. Goes to their outside. The attack finds its way through the block. And the backcourt unable to get it up and get it back into fair play. Scores 11-21. Charge once again trailing by 10 as we step back up to service receive. And there's the serve. Out of bounds. Charge and pick up a point off the service error by Sunshine. And come back up to the line to serve it up. Some substitutions. Number 3 going out, number 8 coming in, and number 6 going out, number 2 coming in the front row. Number 8 going up to the line to serve it up. That's Kale Valdeo serving it up to Charge, 16 American team. There it is. Off the top of the tee, Sunshine pops it over with one touch. Charge right there, bumping it over to the right side. The attack pushes it unsuccessfully into the net. Sunshine puts it away on the board right there and comes back up to the line. Once again, Charge trails by 10 as we set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it, pops it up high, bumps it over to the outside. The attack with it long and out of bounds. Sunshine now will come back up the line to serve it up after picking up a point. Scores 23-12. Or 12-23, whatever. Trail by 11 as we set back up the service receive right here, this first set. There's the serve. Backward pops it to the setter. Setter goes to the middle, goes to the kill, finds the floor. That's number 5, Charlotte Richards with the kill. And a set for number 10. Charge now trailing by 10 once again as number 5 will step up in the line to serve it up. Front row. Number 1 goes in. Number 4 goes out. Number 5 putting it into play with the serve. And it's an ace as they're unable to get it back over the net. Charge picks up another point right there and come back up to the line. It's number 5 stepping back up to the line. You now trail by 9 points in the first round of this gold bracket match. Again, it's still elimination. Charge looking to win all of our matches today. Here's the serve by number 5, putting it back over the net in the same area. Sunshine pops it up high and over into Charge territory. Charge keeps it alive to the center, goes to the right side, and puts it over into Sunshine. Sunshine sets it to their own right side attacker. The block keeps it on their side. They're able to get it back over, but we get nice dig, keeps it alive. We attack it back to their territory. Another block keeps it on the side of Sunshine, and the tip of the net jousting there keeps it on Sunshine's side as well. And they get it over with a bump right there. Charge sets it to the right side, and the attack puts it over, but long. Sunshine picks up another point right there, the first match point of the set. The first match point attempt of the set. Scores 14-24. Charge trails by 10 in this first set as we set back up the serve receive. Sunshine sets up the serve. We pop it up in the air, bump it over to the right outside. The attack puts it over the net. The Sunshine shanks it out of bounds. Killed by number 2, Lillian Cummings, that put that point on the board. Score is now 15-24 as Charge to step back up to the line. Number 7 subs out. Number 9 comes in to step up to the line to serve it out. That's Bethany Whiteyberry putting the serve up in the air. There's a serve. Sunshine gets underneath it and pops it up tight to the net. They hit it to the backward of Charge. Charge able to dig it up and get it set over to the outside. And the attack finds the floor. That was a good one. Kill from number 2, Lillian Cummings, who's a set for number 9. Number 9's going to step back up to the line after setting that last one up and serve it up once again as Charge trails by just 8 points now. And there's the serve, putting it over the net. Sunshine right there to receive. Sets up over to the outside, down the line, but it falls out of bounds. No, it fell inbound? Okay. I felt like that was out. But they called it in. Huh? It was out earlier, too. So that would be the end of our first set right there. Charge unable to gain the win in that first set. Looking for a better show in the second. Score in that final. What was the final score? 25-14 is the final score of that first set. Second set will start with us serve receiving. Once again, down ref's going to verify the roster before we start up the second set. Make sure everyone's in the place and no one is out of rotation. All right, I think we're just about ready to get this second set started up. Charge coming out with looking prepared and ready to go. There's the serve, getting ready to get into that second set. Charge receives it, goes to the attack, puts it back over, but it falls long, they say. Sunshine picks up that first point of the second set, and Charge sets back up to serve receive. And Sunshine prepared to serve it up while we prepare to serve receive. Score 0-1 in the second set. We get underneath it, tip it down at the net, but it's called as a net infraction on Charge. So Sunshine will pick up a point and come back up the line. Scores 0-2. Charge trailing yet to put a point on the board. Sunshine back up the line to serve it once again. There it goes. This time it's long and out of bounds. Charge picks up the point off the service there by Sunshine. We'll come back up to the line to serve it up. Scores now 1-2 as number 10, Lily Wilcox, steps up to the line. There's the serve. Nice serve. Sunshine able to get underneath it. Sets it over to their right side of the attack. Puts it over the net with a soft touch. We click back over the two. They get it back over to Charge territory. This time we're unable to dig it up and pick up the point as Sunshine will get the point and come back up the line to serve it. Scores 1-3. Charge trails by 2 points now as we set back up the serve receive. Here's the serve. We get underneath it right there. Oh no, keeping it alive, but not able to get it over the net in fair territory. Sunshine picks up the point right there and will come back up to the line. Charge trails by 3 as we set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Libero gets it up to the center. Center to the middle. The middle goes to the attack. The back row of Sunshine keeps it up in the air, and they bump it up and over the net. Charge back row picks it up, gets it to the center, going to the outside this time. The attack puts it over, and it touches everybody's hands and goes out. Charge at least picks up the point this time with the kill for number 2. And the set for number 10. Number 4 coming to the line to serve it up now. It's Addison Mann for your Charge 16 American team. Putting it over the net. Sunshine goes to the attack in the back row. We dig it up, get to the center, set it to their outside. The outside tips it over the block. Number 2, take care of Lillian Cummings, picking up a point right there. Number 4 back up the line to serve it up once again. That's Addison Mann as the score is now 3-4. Charge just trails by 1 as number 4 steps back up to the line. And here's the serve, putting it over the net. Sunshine's able to get underneath it, going to their right side. The attack to the backcourt is unsuccessful as it goes long and out of bounds. We're all tied up now. 4-4 in the second set is number 4 back up the line to serve it up. For your Charge 16 American team, excitement ensues. Number 4 putting it in the air as we're all tied up. Sunshine underneath it, bumping it over to the right side. The attack finds its way through the block, though, and puts another point on the board. And Sunshine will step back up to the line to serve it up. Scores now 4-5. Charge trails by 1 once again as Sunshine coming back up to the line to serve it. Charge set up the serve, receive. And put it back over to Charge territory. Charge able to get underneath it, keep it alive, and bump it back over. But unsuccessful. Sunshine picks the point as the ball goes out of bounds as it goes over the net. Score is now 4-6. Charge trails by 2. Once again, if you set back up to serve receive. Sunshine back at the line to put that ball into service. There's a serve. Charge underneath it. Sets it to the outside. The attack strong, but it blocked it back to our territory. Charge unable to get underneath that block and get it back off the floor. Score is now 4-7. Charge once again trailing by 3. First time we trailed by 3 in the second set. Oh no, we're once again trailing by 3. We trailed by 3 earlier. Sunshine back up at the line. Charge set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Charge unable to get underneath it. Off the hand of Charge and out of bounds. Scores now 4-8 as number 4 goes out and number 3 comes in her place. Sunshine up at the line to serve it up now as Charge serve receive. There's the serve into the net. Charge to use that. Come back up the line to serve it up as they pick up the point off the service there. Scores 5-8 now as number 5 goes out and the libero. Number 8 goes into a place and number 1 pulls up in the front row. There's number 8 putting it over the net, but it goes wide as Sunshine puts the point on the board with the service error by Charge. Scores now 5-9. Charge still trailing by 4. Who once again set back up to serve receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it to the setter and to the right outside. They block it at the net. Charge keeps it alive, bumps it back over the Sunshine territory. Sunshine sets up, goes to the attack. Charge unprepared as it tipped it over the block. And Sunshine picks up the point. Timeout. Charge on the floor. It scores 5-10. Charge trailing by 5 in the second set of our first gold bracket match. And both teams come back out on the court after the timeout has concluded. Charge trailing by 5 as we once again set up to serve receive. Get it over. Charge gets it open the center, goes to the attack from the outside. Sunshine right there to attack it as well. And off the block, Sunshine picks up a point as it goes out of bounds off the block of Charge. Scores now 5-11. Charge trails by 6 points as we once again set back up to serve receive. Hoping to pick up a point and regain this serve right here and control of this match. There's the serve. Charge backcourt. Gives it to the center. Center to the middle. The attack puts it over the net. Sunshine gets it over to their right side attacker. Block down. Number 1 with the block. Picks up the point for your Charge 16 American team. Scores now 6-11 as number 9 subs in for number 7 going out. And number 9 will step up to the line to serve it up. Scores now 6-11. Charge trailing by 5 points. There's the serve. They get it over, but unsuccessfully. Unable to keep that inbound. But strong hit. Let's go. Scores now 6-12. Charge once again trailing by 6 as we set back up the service receive. Oh no. And the serve was long. Off the hands of Charge, it goes out of bounds. And Sunshine puts another point on the board as they come back up the line. Scores now 6-13. Charge trails by 7 as we once again step back up to serve receive. There's the serve. Backcourt to the setter. Setter to the middle. The attack puts it over in the Sunshine territory. They struggle a little bit, but get it back over to their outside attacker. Blocked at the net by number 1. But we're called on it. Did it fall on our side? It fell on our side, so no block at the net. Sunshine picks up the point as the ball falls on our side, breaking through the block. Score 6-14 now. Charge trailing by 8 as we once again set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Backcourt pops into the center. Center goes to the right side with a slide attack actually to the middle. Sunshine gets it over the net. Charge right there. Gets it to the other center. Center to the outside. The tip over the block. But Sunshine keeps it off the floor and goes back for their own attack. Their attack's in the net, though. And Charge will pick up the point. Now Charge just trails by 7 points. Score 7-14 is number 8 comes in the front row. Or number 3 comes in the front row. Charge number 2 serves it up, puts it over the net. Sunshine gets it back for the attack, and it goes long. And Charge puts another point on the board. Scores 8-14. Charge just trails by 6 now. As we step back up the service receive. Or as we set up the serve. Number 2 serving it up. Lillian Cummings putting it over the net. Sunshine gets underneath it. Hits that ball back up over. We try to keep it alive. Nice dig and bump back over the net. We recovered nicely as Sunshine goes with another attack. Blocked up the net, but it falls to our side. Sunshine will pick up another point right there and come back into the line to serve it up. Number 2, subbing out. Number 6 coming in the back row. Score is 8-15. Charge trails by 7. And once again, we set back up the service receive. There's the serve. Charge pops it up high in the air and over to the outside. The attack for number 3 puts it over the net. Sunshine gets it back to the center quickly and gets it over the block. And their Charge unable to get underneath it. And Sunshine picks up the point. Scores now 8-16 as the timeout is called by Charge on the court. Charge trailing by 8 points in this second set. As this timeout concludes, both teams will come back out on the court and Charge is at the service receive as we trail by 8 points. There's the serve. Out of bounds. Charge picks up the point on the service error by Sunshine, and number 1 will step up the line to serve it up. Number 8 subs out, and number 5 subs in the front row. That's number 1. Sam Chaffin serving it up for your Charge. 16 American team putting it over the net. Sunshine goes to their right side attack. And it does find the floor in fair territory. So Sunshine puts another point on the board. Scores 9-17. Charge trailing by 8 points once again. We once again set back up the serve receive. There's the serve. At least that one's out of bounds. And Charge picks the point on the service error, bringing us to 10, double digits. Scores now 10-17 as number 10 comes back up to the line to serve it up. And number 7 comes in the front row, and number 9 goes out. Number 10, Lily Wilcox at the line to serve it up as we trail by 7 points. There's the serve. Sunshine bumps it back up high to the net. We knock it down, picking up the point. Picking up the point. No, we didn't pick up the point as they called it as a net infraction. Sunshine putting another point on the board. Scores now 10-18. Charge trails by 8 as we once again set up the serve. There's the serve. We get underneath it. There's the knockdown that picks up the point set up by number 10, number 3, Maddie Factor with a kill. That puts a point on the board for your Charge team. Got some substitutions. Number 3 going out, number 4 coming in, and number 6 going out, number 2 coming in the front row. Number 4 is going to step up to the line to serve it up. That's Addison Mann for your Charge 16 American team. Score is 11-18. Charge trailing by 7. They bump it up high, hit it over. Charge getting it up to the outside and bumping it back into Sunshine territory. Sunshine steps up to the middle. They get it over the net. Charge right there to receive. Bumps it over to the outside again. Tips it. Roll shot over the block. Number 2, Lillian Cummings with a roll shot that picks up the point for your Charge team. Score is now 12-18. Charge trailing by 6. Is number 4 back of the line to serve it up once again. That's Addison Mann serving it up for your Charge. 16 American team in the second set of gold bracket play. There you go. Taking it over the net. Sunshine right there. Sets it over to their outside. The attack gets over the net. Charge gets it to the center. Quick center dump. Picks up the point. Doesn't kill by number 10, Lily Wilcox. Puts the point on the board for your Charge. Let's get American team. Number 4 back up the line to serve it once again. He trailed by 5. Scores 13-18. Charge tries to come back. Addison Mann with that serve. Puts it over the net. Backcourt of Sunshine. Picks it up. Goes to their right side. They get it over the block with a roll shot and find the floor. Scores now 13-19. Charge trails by 6 once again. As he once again set back up to serve the seed. Yeah, score 13-19. Charge trailing by 6 points as we set up the service seed. Sunshine putting the ball into service right now. Charging backward, bumps it up to the center. Center to the right side. The attack puts it over the net. Off the hands of Sunshine, but they're able to keep it alive and go for their own attack. Charge unable to dig it up after it comes off the block. Sunshine picking up another point right there. Charge trails by 7 now. Score 13-20 as we set back up to serve the Seas. Again, this is single elimination, so we have to win this to keep moving on. There's the serve, and it falls in fair territory. Sunshine puts another point on the board. Charge now trails by 8 points as we set back up to serve receive. And there's the serve. Charge pops it up high in the air, sets it over to the right side, bumps it over into Sunshine territory. Sunshine right now going for the attack. The attack falls wide since they're calling it out. Charge picks up the point. And will come back up the line to serve it up. Charge now trailing by 7. As number 8 comes up the line to serve it up. There's the serve, putting it over the net. Sunshine picks it up, goes to the attack, and it bounces off the rope, or off the top of the net, and calls for the score touch. Oklahoma Charge picks up the point. Scores now 15-21 as a timeout is called by Sunshine, 16 West Side. Score is 15-21. Charge trailing by 6 as we once again go into timeout. After the timeout concludes, Charge will set up to serve. Sunshine sets to serve receive. Number 8 coming back up the line to serve out the scale of Valdez to Charge 16 American team. As both teams come back on the court, we get ready to start back on this gameplay. Charge trails by 6 points. There's a signal. Charge number 8 putting it over the net down the line, but it falls wide, and Sunshine picks up the point. And will come back up the line to serve it up. Score 15-22. Charge trailing by 7 as we step back up the service receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Bumps it over to the right side. The attack puts it over the net. Sunshine struggles and knocks it out of bounds. Charge to pick up a point. Then come back up the line to serve it up. Number 9, sub again. It's number 7 going out. Number 9, Bethany Whiting will step up the line to serve it up. Score is now 16-22 as number 9 steps to the line to serve it up. Charge trailing by 6 points. There's the serve, putting it over into Sunshine territory. Sunshine sets it over to their outside. The attack puts it cross court in Charge territory. Charge gets the center, going to the right side, bumping it over the net. Unsuccessful as it rolls off the top of the page. And Sunshine picks up another point, bringing them within 2 points of closing out this match. Score is 16-23. Charge once again trailing by 7 as we step back up to service receive. There's the serve. Charge backcourt, pops it up to the center. Center to the right side. The attack with the cross court, but long. Sunshine picks up another point and comes back up to the line to serve it, needing only 1 point to close the match. Charge trails by 8 points now. Charge set up to serve. Or set up the serve receive. They hit it over the net. Charge bumps it up. Center to the outside. Goes for the attack on the line. Finds the floor. That's a good one from number 2, Lillian Cummings. Putting a point on the board for your Charge 16 American team. Number 4 subs out, and number 3 comes in the front row. Number 2 steps up the line to serve it up. Here's the serve by number 2, putting it over into Sunshine territory. Sunshine once again sets up to the outside, or the right side. They hit it long and wide. Charge puts another point on the board. Score is now 18-24. Charge going to get chosen by just 6 points. Number 2 back up the line to serve it once again. There's the serve. Sunshine sets up, goes to the attack. Charge able to dig it up in the backcourt, bumping it over to the outside, the right side, yeah, the outside. We put it over the net. Sunshine going for their own attack. Charge keeps it off the floor, keeping it over to the outside once again. We put it in the backcourt. Find the floor in the backcourt. Number 3, Maddie Factor with the attack that put a point on the board. Number 2, step back up the line, and we now just trail by 5 points. Scores 19-24. Charge making a run to try to come back here. Number 2 puts it back over the net. Sunshine right there to receive, bumping it high in the air. Charge able to keep it alive, bumping it up and going for a tip. Oh, did not get it over the net. And Charge is called for the foretouch, which will close out the second set and the match. Charge doing his best to come back in that second set, making a nice run for it, but unable to clinch the win in the second set. Our goal bracket play is done. This is just single elimination, right? I'm pretty sure it's single elimination. But if I find out something different, I'll let you know. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a fan and cheering on your team. We did try our best. Next time, we'll make it. If there is any other matches, I'll post it on my Facebook. Keep watching. Keep vigilant. Like and subscribe, and you'll never miss any of the Charge 16 American volleyball action. Again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful